What's going on, everybody? This is Joe with All About Comics. So we're going live today. We're going to go live right now. Even though I'm not necessarily in my normal spot. So, basically, All About Comics is going to be different. As you can see, it's just me right now. There's not going to be no other three guys. It's just going to be me. What's going on, Silos? What's going on, Bruce Azayas? So yeah, All About Comics is now down to just one person, myself. Now, with it just being me, I'm going to be running things a little bit different. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have people come on and have little guests, right? I'm going to have guests come on, and we're going to talk about comics with those guests. We're going to talk about, what kind of, collector they are, what kind of person they are in the comic book community, it's kind of like similar to what I was doing with Four Awesome Guys back in the day. We'd interview people of the comic book community, get their name out there, get people to know who they are and whatnot. I think there's a lot of people out there right now that a lot of people don't know. So I think having them all come on here and having chats with them and talking comic books and stuff like that probably be a good thing, man. Get everybody to know who they are again. Having some people there and some people not there, I think it's gonna be good. That's just my personal opinion. I'm also gonna have certain guests come on. We're gonna have certain chats where we talk maybe speculation books, investment books, collecting tips, advices, things like that. Have different guests. I'm definitely gonna work on trying to get different artists, writers, colorists, inkers, all that to come on and do interviews and stuff like that with them as well. That's the direction that we're gonna be going here with All About Comics now. Considering it's just one man band now. There's not gonna be three of us, so don't expect to see three members on here. So it's just me. So I'm doing everything that I want to do. Ain't no holding me back. Today I did start a little early today. I got a couple fantasy football drafts that are happening at the same time as what this show was supposed to be. At the same time the show was supposed to be. So I was like, F it, I will start this early. So yeah. Silos, Star Wars. Yeah, we can talk Star Wars, man. I mean, that's cool too, because Star Wars is part of comic books. You know what I mean? We definitely will have some Star Wars conversations in there, because we got some new books that came out with Star Wars. We got the Mace Windu, which I read and I was very lackluster. I wasn't impressed by it. You got the Darth Vader series right now that's running pretty good. That's something good to talk about. We can talk about that. Amazing how Poe Danvers is up to like 26, 27 issues. What is that about? Definitely can go ahead and talk about Star Wars, especially when they got the new Star Wars movie that's going to be coming out here soon. And on top of that, they're going to have a comic book adaptation. So we can talk about the comic book adaptation as well. So I mean, I'm really looking forward to all of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, you guys have any questions or anything like that, man? Feel free to ask. I'm here. I'm here for about 30 minutes or so. We can talk about whatever. Yeah, dude, curious about the Purple Lightsaber with that Mace Windu, for sure. That's something that's, I don't think, me personally, as we all know, with lightsabers, they choose the color of the person, right? And with like the Sith, they have to make the crystals bleed, right? So that's why theirs are red. It's because they make them bleed. And that at the end of Ahsoka's book, if you read Ahsoka, she basically took crystals from that Sith, and she turned around and she made it she made it go, you know, light again, so it went from dark to light and whatnot, and that's how she ended up with those white sabers. So it was very interesting, you know. I mean, it was very interesting to them, to her, you know. So it's really cool to actually start getting down to the nitty gritty of what's going on with those lightsabers, you know, for sure. Let's see what we got here. Bruce says, I fell behind on weekly books and current runs. What is everyone still reading? And Jared Osborne says, we call this episode Frost Has No Friends. Yeah, basically. I can go with that one, Jared. This is true. This is very true. Weekly comics I'm reading currently are Darth Vader, America Karate, and then that's really it, actually. I am looking forward to a new one that's going to be coming out, though. It's not X-Men. It's Batman. I think it's like black and white, or white and black, or Batman White, or I don't remember what the title is of it. But with that one's going to be basically featuring Jack Napier, the Joker from Batman. You know, so I'm pretty excited to that, because, you know, I like the original Batman movie with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. So seeing, you know, Jack Napier as the Joker, you know, they actually have a name for the Joker in one of these Batman books, should be good. Should be fun to read. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it's good. You know, I know I did not enjoy Metal. Everybody should know I didn't enjoy Metal. I'm going to read the second issue of Meadow, you know, to give it another shot. You can't just read one book in the series and say it's shit altogether. You got to read at least 2, maybe 3 sometimes, just to get that full shitness coming from it, if it's complete shit. Because sometimes, you know, a writer could be off. Maybe they were forced to basically write that book real quick and draw it real quick, and that's why it came out like shit. Or they were just being lazy, you know. So hopefully issue 2 is a lot better, because they may have had a little bit more time. But we'll see. Let's see. Jared said, we call this episode... Yeah, son. What up, Jared? You said that it true way too sadly. Well, Jared, it is true. I mean, when it comes to this here, you know, I started with 3 other people, and you have issues with someone, and the other person, the other 2 people kind of fade out along with that one person you have the issues with. So you get down to just yourself, and I'm not going to turn around and ask anybody else to try to basically be panel members on a show anymore, because I'm not going to sit there and deal with that, to where even if I do have any kind of friends or acquaintances or whatever you want to call it here on the YouTube, I'm not going to go ahead and jeopardize it with a show and whatnot. So that's basically what the deal is, you know what I mean? So yeah. What are you guys currently reading in the chat? I know, Jared, you got a good pull list that you're reading. Bruce, you said you're not really up on the weekly stuff. So yeah. What else you guys got? What do you guys got here for me? If you're wondering, it's not like cloudy. It's actually very, very smoky. Here in Oregon, we have a bunch of smoke going on, or fire. There's like a bunch of fires everywhere. So what's going on is the smoke is being blown in, you know. So we have this smoke. Stray bullets. Yeah, you know, I was watching your most recent video, and you were talking about stray bullets, and you were talking about the last month's issue and how funny it was, because you were saying that was like the funniest issue. Um, the funniest issue in the series. And I thought that was kind of cool. So I thought about going back, because how you were explaining it was very interesting. I thought about going back and checking it out and reading. I know Kyle Rowe, he likes the Stray Bullets. I think he collected the whole first series of Stray Bullets. So I'm thinking I might have to go ahead and take a gander at that. Because I know you and I, Jared, we've talked about a Savage Dragon, and I've gone back and started reading some of the stuff of Savage Dragon, and that Savage Dragon is really good. I like it. It's fun. Yeah. Just woke up from a crazy nap. But yeah, Stray Bullets. That's a good one. Hopefully, let me see if I can do this. Okay, there we go, and we're back. I had to go ahead and reconnect to the regular interwebs. So yeah, I mean, there's a few things though, I'm particular in wanting to talk about coming pretty soon. Like I said, I do want to go ahead and talk about some of the new stuff that is coming out. But I want to get other people's opinion on it. I do a little bit more research than what I did here. I just, today was just more or less the me talking to you guys, telling you guys, how things are going to be changing, coming from, coming from what it was last season to what's going to be this season. So you guys aren't all like, what happened? What's going on? So you guys all know. You know what I mean? So, Jared says, reading Fragments of Horror by Junji. Excellent Japanese comic. Okay. Now with that comic there, Jared, is that one of those ones you have to read right to left? Where it's basically backwards? And we got Tats in the building. What's up, everyone? What's up, Frost? What's going on, Tat? Man, Tat, this is the week, man. This is the week we go to that Comic-Con. This is the week. And Tat and I, we're going to the Rose City Comic-Con. Tat's bringing in his whole collection of comics to have signed by one guy. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, so, we're going to that Comic-Con. My goal at that con is to get as many sketches as possible done for free in my little sketchbook. That's basically what I'm going to try to do at that con, is get as many sketches as I can done for free in my little sketchbook. Whether they write it to my son or not, it doesn't matter to me, as long as I get it free in a sketchbook, which will be pretty cool. So that's my goal, and I know Tat's goal at this Comic-Con is going to be getting as many signatures as he can. Jared said that comic book is in reverse, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I read a lot of. I have my anime books that I read, and they're like that too. So it's not hard to read it. Sometimes they even give you arrows how to read it. We got the Great Legend in the building. He had a long auction yesterday. I mean, I'll tell you, he had a lot of people on there selling, and there was a lot of good books, a lot of good deals, and a lot of prices went up. Man, it was really good. People made some good sales. He said that beard is looking sexy. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I had to comb it out and brush it out earlier to make sure it was looking good before I came on. And Tat saying, I heard that Neil Adams will do sketches for kids for free. Yeah, I told you that, Tat. I told you Neil would do it. I heard that through Manny NYC. He stated that if you go ahead and you bring a kid, Neil will go ahead and sign up for a kid. And I believe Cholula just did the same thing. So that's what I'm going to do as well. I know Cholula said he had do sketch for all 3 of his kids. And obviously when he does the sketches, he's gonna write to the kid. So the signature's gonna be like to Anthony, to Tony, to Lily. You know what I'm saying? Like, just he's gonna write it to that child. So you can't turn around and try to flip his shit for free. So I mean, that's cool to me. Giving back to the kids is awesome. It will upset me though if artist creator won't give back to a kid for free when a kid walks up to ask him for something. You know what I'm saying? Now I get it, as us adults we should definitely be charged for sure. But if a young kid comes up with a little ass sketchbook about the size of this, the size of that, and asks, "Can you put a little sketch in here?" I mean, fuck. Every artist or whatever should be like, "Fuck yeah, I can," and just drop one in there for free. See here. Legend says it went too long. I was fading out. Oh man, you were definitely fading at the very end. It was. I mean, the whole thing towards the end was funny as hell because you had Flash Gordon with the books. People were bidding on Flash. I was like, I don't know what they're seeing, but damn it, And you had Brian Spaceboy. He was falling asleep during your auction. That was great. And then let's see what we got here. Tess says, I heard from my brother in Cholula. Yeah, well, I heard from Manny NYC, and then I got confirmation from Cholula. Okay, that's what I heard. Tat, what? Bruce says it was long, crazy auction, one of the best. It was very long and it was crazy. I don't know about one of the best because I've seen some really good ones on there, but I'll tell you, it is up there. It was definitely up there. It was really entertaining and funny. Jason Smith has some funny stuff. He does funny stuff. We got Easy the Game Hunter. What's going on, Easy? Now, Easy the Game Hunter had on Friday, if you guys don't know, he's part of the New York Warriors. Easy the Game Hunter, he had himself a dollar auction himself. Or it could have been, I think it was a sell that was, everything was $1. I don't know, I didn't get a real good chance to watch it because it popped up like 5 different times because he was having internet issues. But that's how New York is, right? Internet has like just some shit. They're just shit every now and again out there in New York. I know how it goes. So he had a dollar sale going on the New York Warriors Facebook page. If you're not part of the New York Warriors Facebook page, go ahead and be a part of that. If you're not part of the All About Comics Facebook page, go ahead and be a part of that. Just go ahead and type in All About Comics YouTube, and it'll pop up. Go ahead and type in New York Warriors as well. That'll pop up on Facebook. Go ahead and join those Facebook groups, man. They're good groups. We both have great content on our stuff. New York Warriors has a lot more going on over there than we do at All About Comics because it's just me, and I gotta come up with this stuff off the top of my head, and it's not like I feel like doing it every day, but I will definitely go ahead and try to keep being more active on it. We got Mr. Gretzky in the house. What's going on, Mr. Gretzky? Easy the Game Hunter says, I didn't get to do it because the internet was fucked. Exactly, yeah. That sucks. You know what you should do, though, Easy? You should definitely go ahead and try to do it on YouTube and whatnot. Maybe try that, because the Legends live auction, they're able to go ahead and do it all on there, and they get the prices going and everything through the live auction. Yeah, there's the delay, but there's also the delay that's on the Facebook as well. But obviously you couldn't even get that going for you. Maybe you guys could do that one night on the New York Warriors. You know what I'm saying? On one of their shows. Legend says his internet was bad today. Yeah, you got that hurricane that came through there, so it could be kind of fucked. You know what I mean? And we got the Captain Cold. If it's got the fold, what's going on, Cold? Gretzky, we got need you Popeye spinach to keep up Legend. Okay, he's talking about the Legend. The Legend is a very big Popeye fan, so the Legend, he likes collecting Popeye, that old Popeye stuff too, which is really good stuff. Let's see here. Legend says AAC is one of the best. Lots of awesome group channels. There's a lot of awesome group channels out there. A lot of channels out there that have really good information. And you got a lot of singles channels out there as well. Well, actually, not really a lot of them. You kind of got one going on to two. The other one that you have is ETA Nick, and that guy, he just does work, right? I mean, let's be honest. The guy knows what he's doing. He's got the green screen. I got the green wall. And he's got the green screen going and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely gonna be a journey doing season 2 by myself here, working my way up to something better, because that's the goal for me, is to is to make this work as a single solo man. Even though I'll be bringing guests on to talk to them and everything like that, my main goal is to make this thing work, to get people to enjoy it, to get people to want to come back each and every weekend on Sundays and stuff like that. Even though I know football is going to be starting here soon, football. We all got our fantasy leagues and everything like that. We got to watch it and we got to keep moving on it. So, I mean, with that, with that being said, I'm gonna try my hardest, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna have consistent panel members. I'm just gonna have random guests every weekend. Easy Game Hunter says if you're still interested in those X-Men's books, let me know. Yeah, Easy, I'm gonna send you a message on Facebook, man. We'll talk about it, see what you got, see what we got going on. Let's see, we got Cold saying it was a great show last night for the Legend. Yeah, man, if you guys have not checked out the Legends live auction, he has it every other weekend. It used to be once a month or something like that, but because of the new format, it's now back to basically two Saturdays a month now, which is pretty cool. We got the other All About Comics, man. If you guys haven't checked out the other All About Comics, you should. He's a pretty good channel. He has really good content. He says, if two All About Comics enters chat room at the same time and see each other, will one explode? No, that will not happen. See, Lo says, hey Frost, is that a dispensary behind you? No, this is actually the apartment complex that I live in. It's pretty shitty. It needs some new paint. Yeah, it needs some new paint. But this is the apartment that I live in. Just like back here, that's the high school right here that I live next to. That's all of it over there. That's a big ass tree. It's a soccer field. That's the football stadium for the high school. And then that's the high school again. But like right over there is like the elementary school and the junior high as well. That's what that is. See here, Legend says you can get guests every now and then. Yeah, random peeps. Yep, absolutely. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely gonna be getting some different guests. I think next weekend, I think I'm gonna do one with Tat, so we go ahead and talk about the con. Talk about what we picked up at the con, how the experience was at that con. Because Tat and I, we got a couple things going on. We got this con here in September, which is this Saturday coming up. Then Tat and I, we have a comic book swap meet in October, at the end of October, I think like the 29th. It's when it is. We'll have that. And then November, we'll have the Eugene Comic Con. So you'll probably see Tat pop on All About Comics probably 3 different times this season. For those cons and for the little comic book swap meets and stuff like that, talking about our experiences at the swap meet and what we've picked up and everything like that. I think that'd be really fun for Tat and I to go ahead and do. You don't particularly, Tat probably doesn't have to particularly, you don't have to see his face or whatever. We probably just do it to where you're just looking at my ugly mug and just listening to Tat. Because I know Tat doesn't, like to show his face that often. It's pretty ugly, but, I think the guy's an awesome guy, right? It's about personality, not about looks, right? Right. Let's see here. C-Los is saying, what up, Legend? Great show last night. Okay, we got 74 Screw Gun. 74 Screw Gun says, what's up, Frost? What up? Let's see here, we got Tat. He's saying that would work. That'd be sweet. Yes, sir, that would be sweet. Comic Fan, he says, what's up? You are early? I'm not early. I'm on Frost schedule. So I show up when I decide to show up. So All About Comics starts when I decide to get it to start now. But no, I am pretty early. Reasoning for the earliness there, Joe, was basically I have 2 fantasy football drafts happening tonight at the same time as All About Comics, and I wanted to make sure I had All About Comics done and my drafts done without any issue. So thus is why I decided to do All About Comics early. And I figured, F it, why not do it early? It's Memorial Weekend or Labor Day weekend. I think Labor Day weekend, right? Yeah, Labor Day weekend. Not many people are going to be around to watch anyways because they're going to be driving home. So I'm all good with that. So we got, it works for me. Let's see here. Mr. Gresty says, Frost, I can't wait for the new show. man, I can't wait either, man. I'm pretty excited about it with all the stuff that I'm going to be trying to go ahead and do and getting together and rounding up. It should be a good time. It should definitely be really good time, really good fun. I'm taking it back old school. I want everybody to go ahead and have a good time with it. And try to make some of it as informational as possible, because I know last season it was very informational for a lot of people that they enjoyed. It was I think last season was more geared towards more seasoned collectors, not about what is the right way to collect, but what our opinion is on collecting compared to what the right way is, because there's no right way of collecting, right? There's no real right way. I mean, if you're a key issue hunter, you're a key issue hunter. If you're a runs collector, you're a runs collector. If you're a slab collector, you're a slab collector. I mean, just because you collect a certain way does not mean that's bad collecting. That's just how you collect. It's what you do. If you're just, as Jared's telling me to draft Jets as I can, if you just like to collect Jets players, then collect Jets players. That doesn't mean you're a bad collector. That just means you know what you like and you collect what you like. You know what I mean? The Great Legend says, good seeing the Warriors representing, and Mayor too, and Markey. Yeah, what's funny about that mayor, man? The mayor actually threw up a video yesterday too. If you guys don't know, that is Jeff Johnson. He has stepped down as the mayor, which I impeached him a long time ago. People kept saying he was the mayor. He actually did a video, man. He doesn't do many videos, which is good that he actually did one. So it was nice, even though it was like a 2-minute video. He was just showing off what he won from Valiant and Think Geek. They had a contest and he won the contest, which was awesome. So congratulations to Jeff Johnson. And he got that nice big statue of the Dark Knight, where Superman looks like he's slapping the gun out of Batman's hand and stuff like that. He got that from that contest, which was really cool. That's why I thought that was really cool. Let's see here. So yeah, draft as many players as I can. It will be show on Nothing Like Seinfeld. It'd be a show on Nothing Like Seinfeld. I don't get what Tat's saying, but all right. Then we got Go Saints, who dat? Like, okay, Go Saints. CeeLo saying Duck and Frost. Is there a duck that flew by? But yeah, I mean, hell, that's what's going on, guys. That's the deal with All About Comics. It's just me, and then whatever guests I bring on. And we'll see how it goes. If you guys like it, I mean, come back every weekend. If you guys don't like it, hell, let me know that sucks. I'll see what I can do to fix it and try to get it to be better. I mean, that's my goal, is to make it to where you guys are as happy as I am when it comes to the show. So it's only me. I can do all that I can with just one person and whatever guests I have, whatever topics that I come up with. So with all that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and more LP on the show. I don't know about LP coming on the show. He's not really into the comic book scene much anymore. You can do it. Do it. Thanks, Killer Jones. Frost, Reaper Tate, ETA Nick, good comic tips. Yeah. Reaper Tate, he came out with a good video yesterday about comic tips. Man. It was good. My son's out the window looking at me waving. Reaper Tate came out with some good comic tip videos. ETA Nick always drops some really good comic tip videos. If you guys haven't checked those out, check those out. Just like Reaper Tate, he dropped a good one. I know I did one as well for the comic book collector. I want to keep that series going, but I'm just trying to figure out like what should I do, and then I see other people going ahead and doing it as well. And I don't want to flood the market with those things. If someone's doing it better than me, I'd rather let them keep going. And Reaper Tate did a really great job, and ETA Nick, they did really good jobs. So I may step down from that and let them go ahead and take the reins on those. The one that I did, I thought it was good, but I thought I was drawn out a little bit. But hey, it is what it is. Legend says, my old ass still has a lot to learn about collecting, and you can not only use them tips for collecting, but they teach you life lessons too. That is so true about collecting tips and teaching you life lessons. Because sometimes when you're collecting and you stop and you look at your collection as you're going through it, right? Say you're going through your comic book collection, you're digging through your long box or your short box, whatever the case may be. You're digging through there, and you're starting to notice a pattern where you have these random books. You know, you just random, and everything like that, and whatnot. And you know, you're like, what is all this random stuff? You know, like, why is everything so random? And you start noticing that there's nothing consistent in your runs, which then you start thinking, some people will take this, they will do this. They'll start noticing that nothing is consistent in your run, and then you start thinking that there's nothing consistent in your life, and then you start thinking, well, shit, you know, I need to have something consistent in my life. Like, I don't go to the gym every day, you know, I don't do it consistently, and I don't even collect my comic books consistently, as in, like, I don't have a complete run, or I just have scattered books. So you start focusing on getting certain things that you like and certain things that you start enjoying, so your collection starts changing, and it starts being what you like, what you enjoy, and then you start, you know, going to the gym regularly, right? So then you start doing that, you start losing some weight, you start looking good, start feeling good, your collection's looking good. That's what happens. When you start doing one thing progressively, the next thing will fall into place. It's all a matter of how you do it, you know? And I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but it's true. I've seen it. I mean, I've seen people cut down the collection of what they're trying to collect. I've seen them, you know, change what it is that they're collecting to get what they actually enjoy, to turn around and to do something else in their life that that goes along kind of with it. Like, okay, I'm now eager to do this in my collection. Turn around, now they're eager to do that in their real life, you know, instead of in just collection. So it does help you with life lessons, just like with money. When you start realizing that you're spending way too much money on current comic books that you're not even enjoying, but you're just going and get it just on general purpose. And sometimes that's what I think when it comes to the comic book community, as much as how many people there are out there and how many great, you know, people there are, you know, sometimes we get caught up in what they're collecting, and we start collecting what they collect, and we forget our way of what we want to collect, right? You know, like, say for example, now this isn't me talking about anybody, I'm just saying for example, say we got Punisher 88 going out and collecting all these great comics, right? He's grabbing all these variants and everything like that, and we're watching them, and we just get involved, and we're so into what he's collecting that we're collecting it too. And then we come to realize after a couple months of collecting all these books that he's collecting that we actually don't enjoy these books. They're not good. It's not what we like. You know what I mean? So with that being said, is you got to start realizing what it is that you like to collect, not what they like to collect. You know, and like the legend says right here, no Art Germ for me. That's a great example. Art Germ came out with that cover B of the Supergirl. Everybody flipped. Art Germ's been around for a long time. Long time. He's been doing great covers for a long time. And it's sad that he had to become a flavor of the month for people to recognize Art Germ and what he's done, and why everybody ran out to go get it. I mean, that was sad to me to see that. You know, it's horrible. It's like Adam Hughes. I heard somebody say that Adam Hughes was underrated. I was confused. Or no, Alex Ross. I'm sorry, it was Alex Ross was underrated. I was confused. As how do you say that a man of greatness who did great work with JSAs and DC and Marvel, who's still right now, this is funny. Alex Ross is such a great artist that this dude is doing consistent work on Amazing Spider-Man, and people who say that they love Alex Ross, they don't go and buy it. They're not even buying it. They're not even collecting, you know, Amazing Spider-Man, which he's consistently on. Like, that's a cover A. That's the regular cover he does every day. And I'm like, man, you're a collector. This is who you enjoy. You collect the artists that you enjoy. But what? This guy is right here doing work. And I heard somebody say, I forgot who it was, but I heard somebody say that he was underrated. I said, how do you say that Alex Ross is underrated? That was crazy. That was certainly crazy for me. But I mean, artists becomes flavor of the month, man. I get it when people say that they like to collect the artists, and they like artists and they collect what they do, and that's great. But it's crazy, you know. Everybody falls in love with a certain artist. Say Adam Hughes. People fall in love with Adam Hughes, but 90% of the time you don't grab the you don't grab the Tomb Raiders. Or a lot of people didn't grab the Catwoman's back in the day when he was on the Catwoman run. Everybody goes back to get it, but what I've noticed is everybody just goes back to get the one that has the lost numbers, but they don't get all the whole other collection. I think I've only seen maybe 3 people that get the whole collection of that run. So it's kind of shitty. But I mean, hey, you know, that doesn't mean that you're a bad collector. It means you like collecting that way. Sometimes you just need to get educated. Maybe you're not educated on everything. Legend says running out like running out and buying all the gas in Texas during the hurricane. Right. I mean, that's a sad thing in Houston, man. You know. Yeah, that's a sad thing in Houston. I hope everybody in Houston are okay. I know a couple people that are in Houston, they are good, so that's good to know. And I know there's some people in our community that were in that did get out. Not sure how their comic collection did, but let's hope everything's good there. Gressy says no Delato for me. Adam Hughes blows. Delato is the modern day Alex Ross, in my personal opinion. I'll take Alex Ross over Delato any day. Adam Hughes, I kind of agree. I'm not a big fan of Adam Hughes. Biggie's Comics, what's happening, brother? He comes in and he says, what's happening? We got Mr. Gretzky. He says, the Betty and Veronica issues are issues in over 1 year. You stink, Adam Hughes. 3 Betty and Veronica issues in over... Oh, because he's only done 3... Yeah, right. No, I agree. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it be like that with that shit. You know what I mean? Alex, Great Legend says, Alex Ross, love the paints. Love me some Jerry Ordway, too. Oh, Jerry Ordway, amazing. See, there's such great artists that are out there that from the 60s, 70s to the 80s to the 90s. Oh, my God. Don Perlin is a great artist. I mean, Don Perlin's done some great shit. You don't know who Don Perlin is. Don Perlin is the man who helped you with your Werewolf by Nights. You know, check out Don Perlin. You know, I still think Bernie Wrightson doesn't get a lot of love. Bernie should get a lot of love. You know what I mean? And he doesn't really get too much love. Everybody's out there loving on Jack Kirby because of his 100th birthday. But I mean, hey, you know, show the guy some love too. The guy has done a lot of stuff in comic books, so I get it. Hey, big ups to Jack Kirby. But let's not forget about the other guys, man. The other guys helped out Marvel just as much as they did. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. What do we got here? Chat says, damn, my kids are crazy. They need to go back to school. Yeah, I think a lot of the adults are ready for their kids to go back to school. See, Tat says, I really like Charles Vess. Okay, that's good. You know, Tat actually really enjoys a gentleman by the name of Randy Amberlynn. Now, I don't know if he really enjoys him because of his artwork is really good, or the fact that he actually gets to talk with Randy, and Randy's an actual really cool personal guy, right? You know, but either way, man, I think Randy Amberlynn is really cool. I think he has really good artwork. Tat got me a Submariner piece from Randy Amberlynn, which was really cool. I mean, it was a print, but he signed it to Frost, you know, so that was great. I loved it. And that's somebody I think is a little underrated, Randy Amberlynn. I mean, he's worked on a lot of good stuff, your Batmans, or not Batmans, your Spider-Mans and stuff like that. So, I mean, check out Randy Amberlynn, man. He does some good, if I'm not mistaken, he inks it, right, Tat? Let's see here. We got Gretzky saying Legend Adventures of Superman 500, last Jerry Ordway on the title. There you go. Biggie's comment says he's not a fan of Adam Hughes either. See, I mean, Adam Hughes, man, was a flavor of the month for a while. Flavor of the month. We got old Cat Ren figures. What's going on? Cat Ren got some really nice lots, man. I'll tell you, I don't like bidding against Cat Ren figures in the Great Legend auction. I'll tell you, her pockets are deeper than mine. Let's see, Gretzky, love me, Kurt Swan on Action Comics. See, Gretzky, I don't read DC. I don't read anything with Superman. I don't like Superman. So I really don't know about Kurt Swan, to be really honest with you. We got Count Van Strange, man. He's up in here. He's saying, hey, what's up? What's going on? What's up, Count? We got the Great Legend says, I love Ordway on Power of Superman, or Power of Shazam. Oh, man. Power of Shazam, amazing. If you guys have not read that, if I'm not mistaken, it's 6 issues. It's a great run, Power of Shazam. Great stuff. You want to learn something about about Shazam, that's where you need to be at, is on that. And even though they probably canceled this Black Adam movie or whatever, the actual Black Adam that they were working on was actually the Black Adam from that run of Power of Shazam. They were going to run off of that character of Black Adam, not the original Black Adam that we know from the Marvel family, #1. So we got everybody saying what's up to each other. Tat saying Randy's the man. Yes, he does. So he does work on that. Calvin saying Strange says Adam Hughes is I've been liking some of Finch's art lately. Finch has been doing some really good artwork as well. Yeah. David and Meredith Finch, they both kind of work on things together, kind of like the Dotsons. They work on things together. I think both of those, Finches and the Finches and the Dotsons, I think they're great artists, and I think those are kind of underrated. You know, even though we know about them, I feel like they're kind of underrated. Not many people run out and go get their stuff. I do know at one point in time, Manny NYC was going out and trying to get everything Terry Dotson for a minute. But then, you know, his style of what he was doing changed. You know, as it, you know, everybody's collecting style changes over the months, years, whichever. I mean, it's not just like one time thing. It's all